Okay. Well, while we're on the topic of social media, then there's something I saw in the news recently on social media. I didn't really see it on the news, but there's a lady named Jocelyn Cano, and she went to Colombia and did some work on her body. And unfortunately, she passed away because of doing too much work.
Yeah, I think I read that article. She was a young girl, beautiful girl,
And just kept going on, I believe, multiple procedures to try to get to some level of perfection. Or I don't know like how to really explain it, but I just know that, like, what would you say your take is with that perspective on her doing so much?
So I'll give you a quick rundown here before y'all get into it. So Jocelyn Cano, influencer, swimsuit model Jocelyn Cano dies after plastic surgery. Jocelyn Cano, a social media influencer and swimsuit model, has reportedly died after botched plastic surgery, according to the New York Post, and a video posted from YouTube from the funeral home. Whoa. The Post notes that Cano's family hasn't confirmed her death, but there's a video on YouTube that's from her visitation. The video says that friends and family were gathering at the Grimes Axe family funeral home on December 16, 2020 to celebrate the life of Jocelyn Cano. The funeral home is located at blah, 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 blah. The sad news of Cano's death is also confirmed by another model, Lyra Mercer, who wrote on Twitter, "Oh my God, Jocelyn Cano died in Colombia getting surgery. That's wild." She added, she looked so good already. Wow, prayers for her and her family. Wow, she was so sweet. And there's more, but I won't continue. Oh, she was a fucking baddie.
Yeah, she was a baddie. But you see, when you go to these, like, I don't know if to call it a third world country or something, but when you go to these countries, you're getting these procedures for super cheap. And then you wonder why is it so much cheaper there than doing it in America or Canada, right? People who can't afford to do it locally, like, you know, our healthcare and everything is much higher. Like, and then hint the note in the article, it says botched procedure. You know, they probably didn't have like everything up to the American standards to do the procedure. And maybe she was getting it for like a cheap price from some like non-reputable place.
Or she heard of a cheaper rate. And
then, you know what I mean? Like, how many times I'm going to hear, I want to get lipo done again. $3,000 in Colombia. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah.
What's the average?
To here, you pay $8,000 minimum to get lipo here.
Wow.
So that's a huge difference, you know. And then people that can't afford it, they want to go the cheaper way. Like I have a best friend, my best friend's wife. She went to go get her body done in Dominican. And Dominican doesn't have the best reputation when it comes to surgery. Like I heard countless deaths time and time again, but nobody that I knew personally. And my best friend's wife went with her best friend. And when she came back, her friend passed away.
Wow.
In surgery somehow. Jeez. Due to some, I don't even remember exactly what, I don't even want to say because I don't remember, but she passed away having surgery. And like, I guess they never checked everything correctly to do with her blood and this and that, you know. That's and you're scary. Going for the deal, but then you're coming back, you know, you don't know if you're coming back, right? So that's a big thing. Like, I don't judge people who are, you know, that want to improve themselves, that want to do surgery. Like, shit, if I could be an advocate for it, I would be, because I mean, I've done enough procedures as it is to not be a hater, right? So, I mean, whatever makes you happy, that's all that matters in the long run. But be very careful and selective where you do your procedures, because you don't want to end up like her, you know what I mean? And you want it from a reputable place that has a good track record for business. You know, you have to Google, see if there's any death, see if anything happened, right? So
research is key. And then again,
research is key. And if you can't afford it the proper way, don't go the cheap way, you know? Well, save your money and try to do it the proper way. That's all I could say, you know?
That's rough, because it's usually, again, the comparison of the DR versus Colombia, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
And they're both, to me, they're both the same. They're both cheap. They're both like third world, kind of. And, you know, their healthcare system is not as good as Canada or America. Their standards are not the same, you know? Yeah. When it comes to cleanliness, to everything else, you know? Sanitization, everything, like, you know?
It's rough.
Yeah.
And it's sad. I mean, there are a lot of survival stories. And I mean, again, if you've done work, it's like, again, doing a botched job mean that you're like redoing the work that was already done in that particular like area.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's also another thing. Like, again, it's sad.
Look, I just got my tits done about 2 weeks ago. So
Are you serious?
I just went to Florida and redid them.
Oh, wow.
But I made sure I went to a good doctor, you know? My doctor is A1, like, and I spent the extra money just to be with a good doctor, you know? And I did my research, you know, over 10 years in the game, my doctors had a good track record and nothing but great comments and feedback from other people that he's worked with. So I look into all of that, you know, before I make the decision for going under the knife.
Nice.